Well, it's Friday in the barn. Welcome to everybody. It's a not such a nice vista for me this morning. It's wet and rainy and pretty cold, but you know, indoors is okay, so we can live with that. Today I would like to speak to you about cane practice reeds. Just thought you'd be interested in seeing the difference between the cane and the plastic. This has been requested for me by a few people who have given me a little bit of feedback on the thing. So, you know, you play your practice chanter more than your pipes, or maybe you don't, but you should really spend a lot of time in the practice chanter before you get in the pipes. And it's really nice to have a nice sounding instrument. Some of you older players, like me, probably remember playing these sort of reeds, which are obviously cane, but they're really quite bulky. I don't know if you can see how thick the blades are there, but that was quite hard to blow and get into pitch. So my idea was to make a cane practice reed of my own, but it resembles a small pipe reed. So you have a lot of adjustability there, which can help with the pitch and how hard to blow it is. So here's one of my plastic practice chanter reeds. And here's the cane one. Now this one basically is just shrink wrap and a bit of plastic in there, and you can make these pretty darn quickly. This one, however, takes a long time to make. It's all cut by hand. You have to wrap it and then get the size right, and you put the bridle on and keep scraping it, and it's a process. It takes 3 or 4 days, generally 4 days, because I have to make them, test them, and then make sure that they're okay. This is one reason why they cost a little bit more than the plastic practice reeds. One of the benefits of this type of reed is that you can just leave it in your practice chanter and keep playing it. They love moisture, so I just leave mine in all the time so that I don't have to mess with it. And if you start getting moisture in there, it doesn't act like a plastic practice reed because it absorbs that moisture and doesn't start bubbling on you. So you can just leave it in there and continue playing for much longer periods of time without having to keep taking the reed out and blowing the water out of it, or moisture, whatever. So it's a bit like playing in a pipe chanter reed. It just gets better with a bit of playing. All that vibration loosens things up a wee bit, and it makes it much more responsive. I'm going to do a direct comparison between the cane practice reed, my old one's in here at the moment, and the plastic one. There is quite a difference in sound, but I hope this really demonstrates it well, because it's not a hi-fi system. You know, it's not a perfect microphone, but let's see how we get on. This is really good for pibroch as well, because you get that rich sound to it with the overtones. So if you're playing something like Viscount, it's got that nice rich sound on the bottom hand there. There it is, and I hope to see you next month. All the very best, and stay healthy and happy.